Dear students, let us start the fourth chapter of our physics, magnetism. So, in this chapter, we will study about magnets. See here, a mixture of sand and iron powder is taken. Now, I want to separate this iron powder from this sand. How can we separate? Yes. For that, we have to use a material called magnet. So using this magnet, we can able to separate iron powder from this sand. Do you know how this magnet got the name? There is a beautiful story behind the discovery of a magnet. In Magnesia, it is located in ancient Greece. There lived a shepherd named Magnus. One day, when Magnus was looking after his sheep, he noticed that his footwear was attracted by a stone. He didn't understood what happened to his footwear. Then he closely looked at his footwear. Then he found that the metal nails in his footwear were attracted by this stone. Soon the news spread across the country about the strange rock that had the power to pull things to it. The Greeks later found other similar black rocks which had this power, and these rocks were named as magnets after either Magnesia or Magnus himself. So, magnet got the name from either the Magnesia, the stone, the place name Magnesia, or the Magnus himself. So Magnus was the first man who discovered magnets. Magnetic properties of substances have been known to people from ancient times. In 800 BC, a particular mineral discovered in a place named Magnesia was found to possess an amazing property. They could attract pieces of iron. Considering this feature of the mineral, it was given the name magnetite. When suspended freely, the pieces of this mineral were found to indicate a particular direction. They came to known as leading stone as they exhibited this property. So this stone is also called lodestone. Magnets like these found in nature are called natural magnets. So magnets can be classified into two: natural magnets and artificial magnets. So what are natural magnets? The magnets obtained directly from the nature are called natural magnets. Then man-made magnets are called artificial magnets. So one example for naturally occurring magnet is lodestone. Then artificial magnets are prepared by man, and the magnets made of alloys. Alloys means mixture of metals. So magnets made of alloys such as bar magnet, ring magnet, all these are artificial magnets. So magnets are classified into two: natural magnets and artificial magnets. Based on the shape of these artificial magnets, there are different types of magnets are there. Bar magnet. So these shaped magnets are called bar magnets, and U-shaped bar magnets are called horseshoe magnet. Then this is rod magnet, ring magnet, disc magnet, and wand magnet. In your textbook, one box is given. So here you have to write the names. So what is the name of this magnet? Yes, bar magnet. This is magnetic needle. Then what is the name of this magnet? Horseshoe magnet. Then this is ring magnet, and this is disc magnet. So magnets are classified into two types: natural magnets and artificial magnets. natural magnets are obtained directly from the nature. Then artificial magnets are man-made magnets. Then based on their shape, there are different types of magnets are there. Bar magnet. Then this is magnetic needle. Then this is horseshoe magnet, ring magnet and disc magnet. Then let us see what are the properties of these magnets. If we suspend a bar magnet or a needle of magnet freely, so if we suspend a bar magnet or needle of a magnet, what will happen? Yes, in which direction it will point? Yes, it will point in north-south direction of the earth. So if we suspend a bar magnet freely, then it always point in the direction north and south. So it always point in the direction of the earth, that is in the north and south direction it will always point. If a needle made of magnet is suspended freely, then it points in north-south direction. So this is one of the property of a magnet. So if we suspend a magnet freely, then it will point in the direction of north and south. The end of the magnet pointing to the north is the north pole. So the pole of the magnet which point towards the north direction is called north pole, and the point of the magnet which points towards south direction is called south pole. So the end of the magnet pointing to the north is the north pole and the other end is the south pole. Next, the second property of this magnet is like poles repel and unlike poles attract. So if we bring the north pole of one magnet and south pole of another magnet, what will happen? Yes, they will attract. That is unlike poles. So these are not same. This is north and this is south. So unlike poles attract each other. Then if we bring the north pole of the two magnets close to each other, then what will happen? Yes, they will repel. So like poles repel. So these poles are same, so they will repel. If we bring the south pole of the two magnets closer, then what will happen? They will also repel. So like poles always repel, while unlike poles always attract. Then magnet has two poles. So magnet has how many poles? Two poles, north pole and south pole. So this is one of the property of a magnet. So magnet has two poles, north and south. Then when magnet is suspended freely, it comes to rest in the north-south direction. So if we suspend a magnet freely, then it will come to rest in north-south direction. So this is the second property. Then magnet always attract objects made of iron and steel. So magnet always attract objects made up of iron and steel. Whether this magnet attracts plastic materials? No. So magnets always attract the objects which are made up of iron and steel. Then fourth property of magnet is poles always exist in pairs. They cannot be separated. So if we cut this bar magnet into two pieces, then there will be a south pole and here will be a north pole. So these poles always exist in pairs. Okay, so they cannot be separated. Then fifth property of magnet is like poles repel and unlike poles attract each other. So always like poles repel, unlike poles attract. So magnet has two poles, north pole and south pole. These are the ends of a magnet where magnetic force is strongest. So this we will learn in the coming classes. Okay. So the first property is magnet has two poles, north and south. Then when magnet is suspended freely, it comes to rest in north-south direction. Then magnet always attract objects made up of iron and steel. Poles always exist in pairs. They cannot be separated. And fifth one is like poles repel and unlike poles attract. So what we learnt in today's class? Yes. Magnets. So magnets can be classified into two types, which are the natural magnets and artificial magnets. Man-made magnets are called natural magnets and man-made magnets are called artificial magnets, and the magnets which are directly obtained from the nature are natural magnets. Then based on the shape, there are different types of magnets are there: bar magnet, magnetic needle, then horseshoe magnet, ring magnet, and bar magnet. Then the mineral obtained from magnesia are called magnetite, and it is also called lodestone. Then the first person who invented or discovered the magnet is, the name of that person is Magnus. Then after that we studied properties of magnets. So what are the properties of magnets? Yes, it has two poles and it always rests in north-south direction. Then it attracts iron and steel objects. Then the poles always exist in pairs, and like poles always repel, unlike poles always attract.